How you guys doing? You kind of semi-okay? Not that excited? My name's Brett Sinclair. I'm going to be your host today. I'm incredibly excited to have you guys here. Well done for a full house. Round of applause for you guys. Okay, so the best way to really celebrate is not a round of applause. It's a bunch of high fives. So I'm going to set a little task for you. You have 15 seconds to high five 5 different people around you, starting now. 10, 5, 3, 2, 1, boom! Welcome to Africa Devops Day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm incredibly excited. You guys excited? I love it. What a great audience. We are a full house by miles. So it's going to be a full day. We're going to keep a tight schedule. So when it comes to teas and coffees and smoke breaks, we will be starting on time. Some quick house rules. You will see a bunch of these around every single room in the corner over there. And there'll be a bunch of stickies. Let the world know that we're changing South Africa literally one sprint at a time. So ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'm going to invite on stage our guest, our host for the whole day. Well, that's me, but I mean, the guy who basically arranged today. And that's Peter Ricks. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Ricks.
Thank you very much. I must say I had almost nothing to do with the arrangement. It was a bunch of banks working together to do it. So really good output. Thanks to all the guys arranging it. Who was here? Who's been here before? So maybe about half. And it just shows you how much this is growing and changing. I think there must be close to 400 people, which is really showing the interest in the market. And I think Yusuf, you're sitting there at the back somewhere there. This is what you wanted, right? Exactly. So just a little bit of context for those people who haven't been here before and haven't heard it. This is a brainchild that really came from Yusuf Langeman. He and I go back a long way. And he really called me one day and said, shall we do this? We're banks. We're investing a lot of money in engineering. We want to do stuff local. We want to make things better. We then pulled in the Capitec guys, the RMB guys, the F&B guys. And this is where it started. We then brought in the universities because we understand the importance of the universities behind it. And we just put this together. It's our 3rd year. And we're really trying to get a view of how do we tell people what is going on in the industry and how do we get this industry building. And I think it's coming together quite nicely now. And I think one of our bigger drivers out of all of this is for you guys to get to know each other. If you can go ahead and do that, that'll be great. Use the opportunity to network. The really powerful relationships. Every time I come here, I learn something new from people that I have worked with sometime in my past. And it's an amazing output for us to pull together. So we really want you to talk and learn. You know, go to the different areas, see what's new. Don't hang around with your own area. Mix it all up a little bit. My understanding is it's about 70% banks here and about 30% a mixture of other vendors and other industry leaders. So that's also quite a nice mix. We are not trying to push any particular product. It's one of the underpinning values of what we have here. This is about people who are interested in engineering, DevOps, and everything else that comes with that. And as I was thinking a little bit about this, I was saying, what is DevOps? You know, it's an age-old question, and what I really started to struggle with is it's really started to merge to become everything. You know, we started off, well, bring the application teams together, bring the ops teams together. And I guess, Brett, you may touch on it a little bit around culture just now, but I started thinking about, well, this ends up in cloud, AI, APIs, operational capabilities, even things like access control. You know, it just brings it all together. And I think we need to understand that this is actually an ecosystem of how we do things into the future. So it's a really good place for us to land. We had breakfast a couple of weeks ago when we said, let's pull this thing together. And we said we're really making good progress on the application side of things. But where we are struggling with is infrastructure at scale. Everybody's got their little bits and pieces of infrastructure that's running, but how do we scale it? I don't think any of us have got the proper answers on that, but we decided to make that the core topic of the agenda. So we're going to do some industry updates, which is just more generic, hopefully with a bit of a spin on the actual basic infrastructure. But all the other items afterwards are really driven around how do we think of infrastructure and scale infrastructure. So I think that's the idea. That's where we land. And I welcome you all here. We're going to hand over to Brett. He's going to do a little bit of DevOps culture type stuff. And then we'll go through the industry update. So thank you, everyone. Give yourselves an applause. And it's really great to have yourself here.